Hello everyone, and welcome to week 1 of the VBL-S Season X, as the Doctor has medically diagnosed it. I am playing against an absolutely terrifying team, which I have just realized I have removed. I just put like a bunch of things here. Was it Diglett, Pichu, and Charmander? It might have been Charmeleon. I'm not sure whether it was Charmander or Charmeleon. However, I do not suspect my opponent of bringing them. They have an absurdly top-heavy team. They rinsed me incredibly hard last time we played in playoffs last season. They just brought, like, they really had my number. And this time, I think they certainly have the tools to have my number again. So these 5, I think, are basically always coming. It's possible they do or don't. And then Ditto and Ditto, Fungus, Primeape could be the 6th. I probably lean Primeape, but it could be Fungus. I just don't think it matches up defensively very well into my team, nor does it fit the sort of game flow that the rest of these Pokemon are opting for. But I could definitely be wrong. I'm not confident in this matchup because they are faster than a lot of my relevant things and have a lot of damage into a lot of my relevant Pokemon. So this is the team that I've come with. It's a lot of Pokemon committing offensive stuff. I think, maybe entirely reliant on Encore to beat Primeape if it comes. Like, it's not easy, but Encore can also annoy Fungus, and in some circumstances, Corviknight pretty effectively. And if I'm very lucky, maybe I get like a good protect out of one of them that I can punish. Though I don't think that's super likely. Terra Dark with Encore does allow me to potentially 1v1 and Espathra. Yeah, I've got the eject pack for a potential switch, either from my own Overheat or from a potential Intimidate on Arcanine, though it may be running Justified or Flash Fire, though Justify is definitely the one I'd anticipate more if it's not there. I have this Tailwind. The idea is that hopefully this can set up Tailwind, and then I can use Decidueye in the back, and then potentially Gastro, potentially Bruxish, potentially Dragapult, I don't know. Dragapult and Bruxish is kind of like the other lead. Gastro can redirect attacks from a Shifu, which is cool. It's not amazing. It's Terra Steel with Covert Cloak as well as this is Terra Steel with Papa Berry for Espathra. Because Contrary and Covert Cloak both mitigate the impact of Lumina Crash, which is cool, though theoretically they may run some like a stored power variant, which that would not check. So let's get into the game. I really I would certainly favor my opponent in this game. You know, if this was on the betting market, I would be going all in on Weave. As far as I'm aware, they still don't have a microphone, just like last season, so that likely hasn't changed. I've sent them through a message. Game 1. Okay, yeah, that tracks. The cool thing about Enamorus is Contrary interacts well with Mirror Armor to give me special attack boosts in the situation where I'm clicking Mystical Fire into Corviknight. Yes, so they've been pretty effective using Espathra. While we wait for this, I'm just going to remove all of the rest of these. So this is their thing. They brought the 3 Fairy Resists, which is definitely pretty spooky, but also 3 Pokemon that don't necessarily match up well into the Fairy. You too, my friend. Okay. So, am I going for the Dragapult lead game 1? I think I might be. I think it might be the Dragapult lead over the Tailwind lead. What is the Dragapult lead? I know Dragapult's in the Dragapult lead. I guess I don't know what follows up with it. Maybe it's Dragapult plus Enamorus as kind of an offensive Tailwind lead. I've really not had a whole lot of time to prep for this. I've been just crazy busy at work, and I spent a lot of today at my grandmother's birthday, which was an absolutely incredible experience, but it did give me less time to prep. I've had some very brief feedback, but relatively little input, certainly compared to what I'm hoping to get for the rest of these games. Maybe it's the Dragapult and Enamorus lead. I think, yeah, I'll just go for the Dragapult and Amorous with the follow-up of Decidueye and British Dentistry. Yeah, sure. Let's go with this. It's a lead. Okay. So, Fungus can potentially redirect either of my Pokemon here. Certainly can Spore either of them as well. I could just go for... now, how much are we expecting Dragapult to do into Fungus? 55 to 66, and then we're expecting the... It doesn't look like Earth Power would pick up, and I think that's even a physically defensive version, not a specially defensive version. So that is not amazing. So I could just double it with Flamethrower, and I could Terra Steel and Mystical Fire it, but they could also just launch a Flare Blitz into an Amorous. Though I think they may be inclined to go for the Rock move. I think I will go for the Terra Steel Mystical Fire version. Okay. They are Scarf with Flare Blitz. Okay, good to know. Scarf, Flare Blitz. Well, I certainly want to go into the Pokemon that resists it rather than the Pokemon that's weak to it. Flamethrower, and then is Aqua Jet ever picking up Arcanine is the question. I would imagine the answer is no. They are Rockhead. I forgot that their last ability was Rockhead, not Justified. That was dumb. It doesn't look like Aqua Jet is ever picking up. So I guess I just Hydro, or I could Aqua Jet twice. Aqua Jet twice is maybe better. What are they switching in? Fungus? I could Psychic. Does Psychic into Aqua Jet look like it KOs? It does not look like it KOs. Oh, that's into Assault Vest. They're not going to be Assault Vest. I'm sure. Doesn't matter. Doesn't change anything. Psychic into Aqua Jet still does not look like it picks up. I think I'll go for the Psychic, though. Because they'll also be taking Recoil if they... No, they won't be taking Recoil. Why would I think they were taking Recoil? Why does that do still so much? Does Shadow Ball look like it will KO Fungus from here? So the Flamethrower did 55 to 66, and it did 64. Then it does not look like it will pick up. That is certainly frustrating. I don't have the ability to move faster with that slot. The Scarf is definitely spooky. Also, potentially with them switching in Sword of Ruin, that might pick up a KO. Yeah, I mean, I think I have to Flamethrower and then actually go for the Hydro Pump this time. Or, what's I could do? 42? And how much is Jet looking to be doing now? Not very much, I imagine. They are Terra'd. They are Terra'd into Flying. Oh, it's because it's the wrong game. That's the problem. Bruxish here, sorry, Aqua Jet is looking to do... You're not a Assault Vest, please stop pretending to be. Just 0, 0, 0. Aqua Jet is doing 17 to 21. It does look like it would pick up after another Psychic. Okay, maybe I should have doubled into the... Okay, so Aqua Jet, we're pretty sure picks up at this point. So we go for Flamethrower and we go for Aqua Jet. I still have Decidueye. I think I'm very weak to a Sparthro if it's the last one. It is not a Sparthro. Okay, so I think what I do here... I mean, I just have to Flamethrower, Chien-Pao, and Psychic Urshifu, right? I don't really have another play. I could switch in Decidueye, but I surely expect them to crunch into this slot, right? Yeah, so sorry, it covered specifically, that play was covering that Protect there, which was definitely possible. Okay, I think I can win. I think I have an out. Certainly Sucker. Oh yeah, I think if I Sucker the Chien Pao and Psychic the Fungus, I think I win. Sucker is Grass ignores the redirection. Okay, GG. Game 1, definitely not terrible. We'll definitely take it. Okay, gosh. Dude. The no damage positioning. Okay. Scarf, Arcanine. Good to know. We got the Sash knowledge. That information, we saw one Surging Strike do a bunch of Dragapult. That doesn't tell us anything, I don't think. Surging Strike. I don't know how to, like... I guess you look at Aquajet, and then if it does... Yeah, I mean, yeah. If Aquajet's doing that much, Surging Strike's hits are, I think, only slightly weaker. No, not even slightly weaker, right? So, how do they lead around that? I feel like they led one of their better leads into it. I go to game 2 now. So if we go back to Enamorus and Arcanine, and then we just you know, Choice Scarf. Flare Blitz. Looks like it picks up Enamorus, potentially from full, which was sort of ruined. It absolutely is. Okay. It's good to know. It's good to know. It is good to know. I certainly feel tempted to bring Gastrodon. I kind of just, like, I feel like I should go with the same lead, and then potentially instead of Decidueye, bring in Gastrodon last, and then see how that lets me go. Yeah, I think that's the plan. See how they adapt to this lead? They seem to be adapting to this lead by playing differently. Well, they needed Sword of Ruin to get the KO with Flare Blitz, so they might Head Smash this time, but they know I'm Terra Steel. So I think what I do here is I go for Tailwind. Kind of wish I had Decidueye. I think I do go for Tailwind. I think I go for Tailwind and I Flamethrower the Fungus. Okay, cool. I got the Iapapa Berry off. Actually, this is probably bad. They probably Spore Dragapult. They do. So I want a Mystical Fire into Fungus now. And I just want to wake up. Do I ever go hard into Bruxish here? It's definitely a consideration. But I probably do it in the Enamorus slot. No, they would definitely click Spore. So I just try to wake up. I was like, if they are faster. Okay, so Bruxish comes out. It should still be faster. Hydro and Jet are both very tempting. I think I go for the Terra Fairy and then I Hydro the Arcanine. I think that is my play. Because it should be able to cover Crunch. I just need to hit Hydro, and then I'm off to the races. And then I go for the Flamethrower and wake up into Chien Pao. I think this is my play here. I did not get the wake up. I did get the Hydro hit, and do they crunch into... Okay, no, they crunched the... Well, it's not great for me, but it's not game over. Did they reveal Protect? I believe they did. They did. Okay. This is a very difficult game to win, I think. So... I think I have to stockpile here with Fungus. Sorry, with Gastrodon. They have not used their own Terra yet. I'm expecting them to protect Chien Pao here, or switch it. They may not, and if they don't, then that's obviously very well played by them. They did not? Okay, and let's see what they went for here. They went for Ice Spinner. It did not KO, that's a good start. Okay, let's see who the last mon is. Urshifu. That is not too bad. Not too bad at all. I mean, I just have to Aquajet and Aquajet the Chien-Pao and Earth Power the Urshifu, right? There's not really much else I can do. I think I've lost. I think the Urshifu can get through me with the Chien-Pao support. Maybe I should have gone for the Earth Power into Chien-Pao. It just felt like a very difficult call to make. Hopefully they just kind of forget how their game interaction works. Or that I have the thing. Okay. I forgot how the game interaction works. That's definitely on me. And do they reveal Terra Blast or just CC? They reveal Terra Blast. Okay. GG. It's good. It's good news to have. Yeah, you know. I'm at +1 defense. So that Terra Blast, is that an expected outcome? 200%? When I'm at +1? No, this isn't showing me a +1. Okay, but yeah, so apparently it is just expected to Oko. I guess it is 4x super effective. That's not too crazy. So I think this time I go for the this lead. And I definitely bring Decidueye in the back. And probably still Bruxish. I really want it to be Dragapult. But I feel like it may be Bruxish. But yeah, this is a really difficult series. My opponent has a very strong team, and they're using it well. The Scarf Arcanine is very difficult for me to deal with. These Pokemon are all okay. None of them feel amazing. I think it is Dragapult Lost. I think it's Dragapult Lost. I think if I get into the position where I'm clicking Terra with Decidueye, I feel like I'm fairly comfortable. And yeah, Gastrodon wound up not proving to be particularly impressive. So the previous game, we've only ever seen a click one move, like a move once, so we don't know whether it's choice. It could definitely be choice banned, but it's also obviously very possible that it's not. So we haven't seen an item from Chien-Pao. Sorry, we have seen an item. It's Sash. We kind of expect the Sash, like the Chien-Pao, to be Terra Ghost, right? So do we bother playing around Terra Ghost? I think I go for no, but the Urshifu we haven't seen an item from either. Now if we close the Hello Dex so I can actually use my Game 3 Calc Dex. How much are we looking at this damage doing? The Sludge Bomb's okay. It's not bad by any means. I think I go for the Fake Out. No, I think I Terra. Terra the Enamorous. I go for Sludge Bomb here, and I go for Springtide Storm. But why am I doing that? What is the thought process there? So Springtide Storm is KOing this mon anyways, right? So I should be going for the Sludge Bomb, sorry, into the Chien-Pao and then Springtide Storm. And I just need to not miss, right? Okay, Ice Spinner. That's fine. Okay, it's dead. It's a good start. Okay, it's a good turn one, but it's not a game by any means. By any means. Especially in this position, actually. That's very challenging. I think I overheat the Fungus and I switch Dragapult in the Enamorous slot. I'm going to go for that overheat switch here. Okay, they went for Head Smash. Interesting. Certainly Decidueye seems like it's in a pretty reasonable position. It's not amazing, but it seems pretty reasonable. It's actually a bit rough, but not yeah, it's certainly not amazing. I think I just have to start throwing triple arrows off. And then I need to go for a Wake with this. Why is that a 2-hit KO? That is insane. That is so much damage. Though I can go for the triple arrows here. I just need this wake. I think if I get this wake, I can win, and if I don't get this wake, I lose. Yeah, I think that's the position that I'm in. I think I can win with a wake. I think I lose without it. Also potentially a dodge. Not getting the wake there is certainly not very easy to play around. Oh, okay. No, that's interesting. That's an interesting position. How much was Flamethrower doing a Fungus? 64. Yeah, no, that's certainly a challenge. So, am I going for like a double up into Arcanine with Sucker and Shadow Ball, I suppose? If I don't wake up this turn, I think it's very difficult for me to win, though it's obviously there's the option of dodging. I don't know how reliable that is. So we look into Arcanine, we see the Sucker is looking to do 30 to 36. And then how much is Shadow Ball looking to be doing? 34 to 40? Okay, so it looks like the Sucker and Shadow Ball combination should give me the opportunity to win. Oh, it did a lot of damage. Okay, so Giga Drain not KOing? No, Giga Drain KOing. Yeah, okay, that's game. Okay, if Amoonguss can't break me at all, I think I win. So I think I can win. So I would need this to activate my Papa Berry, and then Arcanine needs to die to Springtide Storm. And then I can win with Mystical Fires. I would need good Wake Up as well. Okay. Nah, they got the roll. Okay, GG's. Not missing a single head smash. I wish I was that lucky when I was using that. I've used that move on ladder a bit, and I have missed so many head smashes. And the sleep turns as well. It certainly was a pretty RNG heavy game. They brought good prep and they played it pretty well. Their team is absolutely insane. And yeah, the Urshifu thing, I think the Gastronome wound up being a pretty bad bring. They targeting down the Slazzles, right? It always feels a bit gross when you're playing against players clicking inaccurate moves. You know, you're expected to hit 4 out of 5 and they hit 5 out of 5, getting the roll as well. Though okay, why you choice, man? Like, okay, just get rid of the item at that point. Come on, game, you knew I was Terran into Steel. So the mass there is wrong, and that's probably just because it's Jolly. So it may be like fairly. I mean, no, it did sub 50, but okay, look, it's certainly possible. I don't know what their EVs were. I will. Yeah, I don't know. It was a very difficult matchup, and I think that they brought a pretty decent team. They consistently draft teams which are just absurd to try and prep against. So yeah, hopefully maybe with more prep I could have done a little bit better. But it didn't feel like that was necessarily the main limitation I had here. Just their team was crazy strong. Yeah, at least I didn't miss the Springtide Storm. Why is this like massively bulk invested? What? Sometimes the sets on Calc are useful, and sometimes they're just bizarre. Yeah. Yeah, I think I played the turn 1 really well. I just didn't have anywhere near the follow-up for it. No, I was dumb. I'm dumb. It was Ice Spinner that did half, not Head Smash. That doesn't seem to be making sense. So Ice Spinner did half, right? And it's saying it does 28. That doesn't track. It must not understand Sword of Ruin. Maybe it's some bad interaction between Sword of Ruin and Intimidate in this particular calc. But yeah, Ice Spinner definitely did half. They didn't go for the... They didn't go for Terra Ghost. I could have just faked out and then Springtide Stormed. I would have been in a better situation. But I feel like that's a really difficult play to call. I mean, I guess if the Arcanine hadn't terrored, it would have lost to triple arrows. I don't know. Maybe I made bad plays. Maybe I should have overheated instead of going for Sludge Bomb, actually. I don't really have much information, but getting the switch, as annoying as a miss would have been, going for the switch there would have cycled Fake Out, and I definitely think having Fake Out, like, you know, them removing it worked very well for them. Yeah. Oh, did we see the last move on Fungus? It was Protect, wasn't it? Yeah. So it's possible that the Fungus may not have been able to beat the Enamorous, but if I had gone for that Fake Out play turn 1, but I didn't, so, you know, it is what it is. You know, you live and learn. Yeah, we've definitely brought a good team and played in a way which was very difficult to top. Definitely expect them to have a very strong season this season. Not the most auspicious start, but, you know, at least we pulled out game 1. And, you know, maybe it was fated. Thank you everyone for watching.